Hi everyone, welcome to another Webinar Wednesday. Today Emma will be presenting on colors of OBLU, specifically Ailafushi and Lobigili. If throughout the presentation you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the little Q&A box, and we can read those out at the end and get them answered for you, but I'll let Emma take it away.
Brilliant, thank you for that. And thanks everybody for joining. I'm just going to share my screen quickly. Hopefully you can all see my screen now. So just to give you a brief introduction. So I actually work for Bespoke Earth and we're a UK representation company and we represent Atmosphere Hotels and OBLU Select Hotels and Resorts in the Maldives. So today I'll be presenting on two of our resorts that Ginger mentioned, but within the Colours of OBLU portfolio, we actually have four properties in total. So OBLU Select Sangili, which is our 5-star resort, OBLU Select Lobigili, which is our adult-only 5-star resort, and then our 2 4-stars, OBLU Nature Helengeli, which is our 4-star resort, which has one of the most amazing house reefs in the Maldives, and then our leading 4-star resort, OBLU XPerience Ailafushi. So we'll start with OBLU Select Lobigili. So OBLU Select Lobigili and OBLU XPerience Ailafushi are unique because they're actually joined together to each other by a long walkway, but they're two very, very different islands. So when you're selling these two, you have to make sure you're selling the right hotel to the right person. So OBLU Select Lobigili is an adult-only resort. It's a very small resort, as you can see from this picture here, and it's a 5-star resort sold on a premium, all-inclusive basis, and we are a completely adult-only resort. You can see from this image here as well, we also have a lovely house reef along around where the water villas are just there. So as I said, we're 5-star, adult-only, and we're actually 80% ran by women at OBLU Select Lobigili, which is completely unheard of in the Maldives. And we do get really a high return rate of guests. We've only been open 3 years, but everybody loves the resort and they keep coming back because they just love the service and what is on offer here when they arrive. So it's a small and intimate island, and in the Maldivian language, Lobi actually means love and Gili means island. So this island is perfect for honeymooners and couples wanting a romantic breakaway. So we only have 68 villas in total, so very small, as I said, but we do have access to 3 restaurants at Lobigili, one of which is the underwater restaurant that we have here, which is the largest underwater restaurant in the Maldives. Then we have Gadir 17, which is our beach fine dining restaurant. And then our main restaurant, Alang Alang, is actually creative a la carte dining here. So it's actually a full a la carte service in the evening. So it's not your regular buffet restaurant come evening time. Unique to all of our resorts as well, we always include transfers within the all-inclusive plan. So there's never an additional charge for transfers. And all the colours of OBLU, they're all speedboat transfers, so quick and easy to get to. Lobigili is especially easy to get to as it's only a 15-minute speedboat transfer from the airport. As I said, we connect to our sister island, Ailafushi, and guests staying at Lobigili can go over to Ailafushi if they want to, but not vice versa. And they can dine in the main buffet restaurant there if they want to, use the bar, etc. Anything they want to do while they're over there. So we also have a gorgeous outdoor spa. At Lobigili, we have an overwater gym, tennis courts, and we do regular things at the hotel like yogas and Pilates and things like that. And we do have our own entertainment, so we have a duo band as well that come on in the evenings. So you can see from this image here, just where the island sits, the water villa's just here. And then if you carried on walking along the walkway here, you get to the overwater gym. And then just a bit further along is the underwater restaurant. So unique for Lobigili as well, the base rooms here are actually the water villas. So where sea is just here. So these all have a sunrise view. And then the next room up are our beach villas with pool and the Sunnest water villas with pool. And they all have sunset views. So really easy to sell. Everything on the far side with pools, they all have a sunset view. And the villas without pool just have the sunrise view. So on arrival, everybody's met at the jetty and they're met by their host. Everybody has a hostess who looks after them throughout their stay, who's available on WhatsApp if they have any queries or if they want to book any restaurants or spa treatments and things like that. This is just a close-up of what the reef looks like. So these rooms here are our entry-level rooms, the water villas. without pool. So the Sunnest Water Villa without pool and the Nest Water Villa with pool actually look exactly the same in the interior. So they're all very spacious, very modern. The underwater area just here looking out to the sea. You walk through the double doors here, you've got a lovely dressing area, and then that takes you through to the bathroom. The bathrooms are absolutely exquisite, as you can see from this picture here. Lovely twin sinks, shower in the middle, bathtub at the back, and then this gorgeous netted area off to the side, which is a bit unique, where you can chill out and relax and read a book on during the day. And then the decking area. So this is a Sunnest Water Villa without pool, so the entry level deck. And then moving on to our Sunnest beach villas with pool. They're very private, as you can see. They're each surrounded by palm trees and bushes and things like that. So you are very private, but they all have direct access to the beach. All have their own pools, sun lounges as well. And then the interiors are very similar to the water villas in terms of style, very modern, as you can see. And also the gorgeous open air bathrooms as well. And this is one of the beach villa pool areas. So then the water villas with pool, you can see the pool just out here. So that's exactly what these look like as well. Very contemporary. And this is the pool from the decking area on these. This is the top entry room type. Obviously in resort, guests can pay to do things like floating breakfast and things like that, which is a nice experience to do while you're on holiday or on your honeymoon as well. So in terms of what's included, everything's based on all inclusive. And at Lobigili, because it is a 5-star resort, we always include premium drinks and things like that within the plan. So premium wines, premium spirits, premium cocktails and things like that. And all your regular soft drinks and things like that are included. The mini bar is also really well stocked in the rooms. You get a half bottle of champagne on arrival, and then throughout the rest of your stay, it's replenished with beer, wine, soft drinks and snacks as well. The main pool area is called the swing bar and pool area. It's this gorgeous infinity pool that you can see here, very contemporary sun lounges dotted around the pool, and it's very, very private. There's never too many people around here. Lovely to go and have a cocktail at the end of the day and watch the sunset. Really great experience. And then in terms of dining, as I said, we have 3 restaurants. So Ilang Ilang is our main restaurant, which is buffet for breakfast and lunch, but the evening is a fine dining service. So a bit unique there. And it's cleverly split into 3 areas. So you have an outdoor area that you can see in the image here, an undercover area with fans just here, and then an completely indoor area called the library. Which is all air conditioned. So whenever you're dining at Ilang Ilang, you can dine in a different area and feel like you're in a different restaurant each time you're there. It's very well set out. So in terms of the specialty dining, we have the underwater restaurant, which is the largest underwater restaurant in the Maldives. Now we do include that for all your guests. So every 4 nights, your customers can dine here completely free of charge. And it's 5 courses, all with wine pairings included as well. So a really great experience to do while you're staying. And the longer you stay, the more you can dine there as well. And you can choose, so if you're there for 8 nights, you could have a lunch there and a dinner. You can mix and match and things like that. But as you can see, it's proper fine dining, really nice food that's included here. We also do things like underwater, going down there with the Will You Marry Me sign. So it's a very unique experience as well. Then we also have the Gadir 17, which is our beach truck, which is like relaxed, casual, fine dining on the beach. So that's surf and turf, so things like steak and prawns and things like that. They do a lobster evening here once a week. The lobster evening is chargeable, but the Gadir 17, the normal menu, is included once every 4 nights for your guests as well. So again, if they're staying for 8 nights, they can have 2 meals, 12 nights, it's 3 meals, and so on. We also serve snacks every day around the pool. That's from 4 till 6 in the evening. And then, as I said earlier, guests can also go over to Ailafushi and dine in the restaurant there as well. So there's actually a choice of 4 restaurants for such a small island, which is really great inclusion to have. So we have our own water sports area that you can see just here. So this is all included, non-motorised water sports in the plan. They're all included. Motorised water sports are at an additional charge. And then in terms of entertainment, as I said, we have our duo band, we have a DJ as well. We have the overwater gym that's free of charge, the tennis courts that are free of charge, non-motorized water sports, all snorkeling equipment again is included and free of charge, so they don't have to take that with them. And then we also include 2 excursions within the plan as well. So a sunset fishing trip and then another excursion that your customers can choose while they're in resort. So we try and include as much as we can. And then we have our gorgeous Elena Spa. As I said, this is in the outdoor area. You can see lots of lovely relaxing hammocks just there to sit in after your treatments. So our spas are quite unique at all of the 5-star hotels across Atmosphere and OBLU because we always include spa treatments within the plan at the 5 stars. So every 4 nights your customer stays with us, they'll receive 1 45-minute spa treatment per person, and that's a cumulative offer. So 8 nights they'll get 2 treatments, 12 nights they'll get 3 treatments per person. So the longer they stay, the more they receive. And you get to choose from the proper list in resort, so massage, facial, pre-tanning scrub. There's lots and lots to choose from. This image is ideal because it actually shows you how the 2 islands do connect to each other. So this is Lobigili just here at the forefront, and then you walk over to the jetty, you have the underwater restaurant, and then Ailafushi just here. So guests staying at Ailafushi can't go over to this side, but they can pay to dine in the underwater restaurant. So just important to remember, Lobigili guests can go over to Ailafushi, but not vice versa. And then I have a quick video that I'll just show you to end for Lobigili. So that was Lobigili in a nutshell. So perfect for honeymooners, couples wanting a romantic Robinson Crusoe breakaway in the Maldives, and exclusively for adults as well. So we do allow same-sex travellers, but we don't allow single travellers to this resort because it is strictly for couples only. So that leads us on nicely to OBLU XPerience Ailafushi, which is a completely different resort to Lobigili. So a completely different experience your customers will have here. So the clue is in the name. It's OBLU XPerience. So it's all about the experience your customer is going to have when they're in resort. So it's our 4-star lead-in resort. It's really good for families. It is our family-friendly island as well. It's very lively and there is a lot going on at Ailafushi. So it's our 4-star lead-in, so very competitively priced when you go to price this one up. We have 268 villas in total, so a very large island in comparison to Lobigili, and we have lots of family rooms here as well, so it's ideal for families. These are 2-bedroom family rooms with a separate room for the children. So the dining here is all at our main restaurant, Element X, and that's what's included within the plan. And then we still include the speedboat transfers as we do for our other resorts. And as it's only 15 minutes from the airport, it's really quick, really easy for families to get over to. So a really nice transfer for those families that are traveling to the Maldives and don't want a long journey ahead of them after an already long flight they've just been on. So the hub of the island is where our pool is, and this is where the X360 bar and dance floor is, and where our sports bar is as well. So as I said, Ailafushi is a lively resort, so we do have a DJ here that does sets around the pool twice a day, and then she's also on in the evening at the main bar. And we also have our own in-house band as well. We have a big stage at the top area here where the band perform every evening, and there's a dance floor area so everybody can get involved and have a good time while they're on holiday. And it's perfect for those who are worried about going to the Maldives and are worried about it being too quiet for them. Ailafushi does offer that something a bit more interactive, so there is a lot more going on in the evening than at your average Maldives resort. So we have the main restaurant that I mentioned, but customers can also pay to dine at the underwater restaurant as well while they're staying here. And that's really competitively priced. It's only $125 plus taxes, so it makes it about $150 per person. And that includes all the wine pairings as well. So a really nice experience for your customers if they are staying at Ailafushi to pay and go and dine in the underwater restaurant. So as Lobigili is adult only, we only allow children to dine in the underwater restaurant on selected days. So just bear that in mind if you have families that do want to eat in there with children. So the third restaurant we have at Ailafushi is the Copper Pot food truck, similar to the Gadir 17 at Lobigili. That is also surf and turf, so steak and prawns, and that's chargeable in resort. It's about $25 plus the taxes. But then they'll get all their wine pairings included with that as well. So again, a nice experience to do while they're there if they want to. So we also have our own area, Ailafushi, called La Promenade, which is our retail zone. And here we have some shops. We have a boutique shop, we have a wine and liqueur shop, we have a coffee and pastry shop and the gift shop, and all of that is chargeable, but it's sort of like going out for the day in the Maldives. So this like little boutique area called La Promenade. So quite nice to do that while you're staying here as well. As I said, excellent resort for kids, and we have a huge kids club at Ailafushi. This is split onto 2 levels. There's even a mini buffet restaurant for the kids to dine there, and an upstairs area suited to older children as well. And that's all completely free of charge and included in the plan. We have lots of weekly animation programs and recreational activities going on. Guests can use the underwater gym free of charge, the tennis court, and we have a football pitch here as well. So this is where a lot of the staff play football as well, but guests are encouraged to go and interact and join in for a game of football as well. So there's plenty to keep everybody entertained. We also have a cultural show once a week where there's a big Indian Ocean night and a big get together. And then we have our own Elena Spa here, which is a gorgeous spa, really nice, split onto 2 levels. And there's a sauna and a steam room here as well. And that's really competitively priced if you want to go and have spa treatments while you're in resort. So in terms of the map, you can see it's a lot bigger than Ailafushi, lots and lots of water villas at the end here, and then you can see the jetty where you walk over to the underwater restaurant. So everybody's met on the arrival jetty that you can see just here, and then taken to reception for their check-ins. So the reception's in this big building here. We've got the slide into the sea that you can see on this image just here. So a lot's actually changed since this image was taken. So not only have we got the slide in the sea, we've got a big blow-up trampoline that everybody can use now, and a few blow-up things that you can like climb upon and slide on into the sea. So lots of fun to be had for everyone on those. So our lead-in rooms at Ailafushi are our ocean view rooms. So this is the room type you can see just here. And your customer will either be allocated a lower floor room or an upper floor room. And this is also where our family rooms are located. So the family rooms are always at the end of each block that you can see here. So, but everybody has their own sun loungers on the beach allocated them. So even if you're staying in an upper floor room, you'll still have your own sun lounger on the beach that's dedicated to you as well. In terms of style inside, they're very vibrant, very modern, and they all look the same, even if you're in an ocean view room or an ocean view family room. So this is an upper floor room, so you can see the balcony just here, gorgeous views out over to the Indian Ocean. These sleep a maximum of 3 at any one time. And then our family rooms, so as I said, same style as you can see with the bed here. There's a dressing area through here, and then you go through to the first bathroom. And then at the back, you have the second bedroom. So these are all done in a storybook theme for the kids. So this is like a sort of a half, it's bigger than a single bed, but smaller than a double bed. And then the smaller single bed at the top there. But the kids have their own TV in there as well. And they have their own bathroom at the back as well. So all very private as well. So these are children under the age of 12 that are allocated in here. But they are actually full-size beds. I've done the bed tests and I can lay down in these beds. So they are tall beds. So these sleep a maximum of 3 adults plus 2 children in this room type. And then the standalone beach villas are the next room type up from this one. So as you can see, all standalone with your own private area, very similar in terms of decor inside. These sleep up to 3 as well. The only difference with these is they do have the outdoor bathrooms in these ones. So as you can see here, the semi-indoor outdoor bathroom, which are quite common in the Maldives, and twin sinks and then the shower in the middle. And then last but not least, our water villas. So these are quite quirky. So a lot of you may know the traditional boat in the Maldives is called the Donny boat. And these have actually been built in the shape of Donny boats. I'm not sure if you can see here. So they've been made into little boats. The bow on the end, that blue bit, that's actually a shower. So after you've been in the sea for a swim, you can get out and have a shower on your decking area just there. That's like the bow of the boat there, which is quite cool. Lots and lots of water villas, as you can see. They all have their own sunbeds on here as well. And these sleep a maximum of 3 adults as well. And then the you can't really see it, but there's a big double sunbed just there on that picture. So in terms of beverages, as this is our 4-star lead-in resort, it's all inclusive, but it's all unlimited drinks included, but they are your regular house branded drinks, so not the premium option that you'd get in the 5-star. So all your regular spirits, beers, house wines, things like that. They always do a cocktail of the day, and then there's a selection of cocktails they can choose from a list while they're in resort as well. And at Element XL main restaurant, it is self-serve for drinks. So you will get up and you'll go and get your own beers and get your own wines and your own soft drinks and take them back to the table. And then obviously the wine pairings are included at Copper Pot if they do pay to dine there. We also include the mini bar, so that's included with water and soft drinks, and we also include beer in there as well now, and that is replenished daily. So dining at Element X. Element X is an absolutely huge restaurant. There's lots of live cooking stations, lots of different food and flavors going on. There's a whole room which is refrigerated, which is literally just dedicated to like salads and then desserts. So lots and lots of food on offer. You'd never get bored. There's a different food theme on type every day and lots going on. When I stayed here with my family, they had a roast dinner one night, so our kids were like amazed they could have a roast dinner in the Maldives, so they absolutely loved it here. And Element X is that building just there, so you've got the main part of the island, and you cross over to the bridge where they've got this lovely lagoon area just here, and then Element X is just there. I'm not sure if you can see at the bottom here, but these are like hammocks that you can sunbathe on, which are quite nice to chill out on during the day. So this is the interior of the all-day dine-in restaurant. As you can see, lots of different seating areas, tables for big groups as well. And then specialty dining, so the Copper Pot, Surf and Turf, that's chargeable. And then the underwater restaurant as well, which is also chargeable. And this is what the Copper Pot chargeable beach dining restaurant looks like at Ailafushi. And then the underwater restaurant. I forgot to mention, but the underwater restaurant's actually designed in a horseshoe shape. So wherever you sit, you can see the marine life. So in terms of activities and adventure, we have the DJ sets around the pool and bar that I mentioned. We have our in-house band and the cultural show. Guests can use the overwater gym free of charge, beach games and things like that. And then they also have access to non-motorised water sports included, but that's a maximum of 15 minutes per person per day at Ailafushi. This is the main pool area. As you can see, large, lots of sun lounges and things like that. And you can see the trampoline just there in this image. Lots and lots of sun loungers, lots going on at Ailafushi. And this is the main bar area. So this is where it all happens in the evening. And then that round part there, that's the stage at the top where the in-house band performs. And we've also got a sports bar at the top here with pool tables and things like that. So the Elena Spa is chargeable, as I mentioned, gorgeous spa. We've got our very own juice bike here, where after you've had your spa treatment, you can get on the juice bike and choose your own fruit and juice up your own juices, which is quite nice to do. And then the kids club, there's lots going on here, karaoke rooms upstairs, TV rooms, game arcades and things like that. There's so much to do for children for all ages here. And that's the sleep room if they manage to get them to sleep while they're in there. And then also as well for children, we do offer educational tours of the underwater restaurant, which is chargeable in resort. And the kids can go and do that, and they'll be given a sheet and they'll learn about all the different marine life while they're under there and tick them off from a list. So that's quite a nice experience for them to do while they're there. And then La Promenade that I mentioned is our retail zone that you can see here. Very trendy with all the blossom trees, and the wine shop's perfect if you have got kids and you're going to bed early one evening. You can go get a bottle of wine, sit on your balcony and have a drink, which is quite nice. Just got a short video of Ailafushi to show you. So as you can see, Ailafushi is a very vibrant island, very lively, lots going on, perfect for families and friends wanting to go to the Maldives and have something that isn't too quiet for them, but very, very different to Lobigili. So they're sold to two very different people. So honeymooners and couples wanting that romantic private getaway for Lobigili, and then something for people looking for that bit more lively over at Ailafushi. And just to let you know, we have got some great peaks offers out at the moment for September peaks. We have up to 30% off at Lobigili, plus obviously complimentary speedboat transfers, spa treatments every 4 nights, underwater restaurant every 4 nights, and the Gdynia 17 every 4 nights and 2 excursions included. And then Ailafushi, we have up to 25% off, 5% off, plus obviously complimentary speedboat transfers. And then for October half term, so perfect for families, we also have an additional 5% saving on top of our regular savings. And we have lots and lots of family rooms available. So please price up Ailafushi for family holidays in October half term. It's a really great price. So thank you for listening. So that's the end of my presentation on these 2 resorts. I don't know if anyone's got any questions or anything.
Yeah, just looking in the Q&A box, doesn't seem like we have any questions today. Thank you so much for presenting.
No, you're welcome.
We will be sending out a little follow-up email, so everybody look out for that. And if you have any questions in the meantime, obviously feel free to reach out to Hummingbird and we can get those answered for you. And as always, all of our webinars are put up on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and look through this webinar or share it with somebody who missed that, you're more than welcome to do so. And join us for next week's webinar Wednesday. Oh,
Brilliant. Thanks, everyone.
it looks like we have a last minute question.
Oh, do we?
Do you need to book or do you need to pre-book the restaurants?
So you don't need to pre-book the restaurants. However, we do have an app for each of our resorts, and you can pre-book the restaurants on the app before travel. And it's really easy to do so once you've got your booking reference. But if you don't pre-book them before travel, they will always make sure, say at Lobigili, that they've booked the allocated meals for you, so you don't lose out when you're there. And then you can change them if you want to when you're there.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Bye.
Bye. Take care. Bye. Bye.